so you can see I'm trying something totally new to me. I've never tried anything this like fancy before, even though it doesn't look that great, but I'm trying. I just have like this like green screen. It's just like a green piece of fabric on a thing. But anyway, so we're gonna see how this works out. If you guys like this, let me know. I just don't like my background. My background's just my bedroom, and sometimes it's messy, so I'd rather just have like a background. That way I can like make these videos and not have to like worry so much. But yeah, so I'm making a video on my 4 main products that I sell on my Etsy. And I get a lot of questions about them because they are kind of specific on what they're used for. So I thought I'd make a video just explaining everything. That way I can link it to someone if they have any questions, or if you want to show someone or want to know how to use them. Like this will be the video. Instead of having to look like 20 different places. So this is my Kigurumi from Curlworks. It's a plushie. Her eye is actually blue, but I guess it comes up a little green, like more green, so it's kind of can see behind it. But yeah, so that's what I'm wearing. Check Curlworks out. They're great. All right, so the first item I want to talk about is my Fursuit sprays. This one's empty, but whoop, it doesn't like the color on there. But yeah, so it's, you just get the label, then the ingredients, and this is a large size, and the large is 80 milliliters or 2.7 ounces. So it's under 3 ounces, so you can take it on a plane, which is really good for fur cons. You can always, put it in your checked bags too, but if for some reason you don't have a checked bag, or you just would rather this, be with you, you can. So that's good. So this is my large size, and then this is my small size, which I don't have the label on it. This is just a tester. The small size is 20 milliliters, or it's like less than an ounce. It's like 60.67 ounces. It might be 1 ounce exactly, but or like half an ounce. I weighed it, but yeah, that's what that. So yeah, you can get these any size, or not any size. You can get any scent you want. So I offer 2 different things when it comes to my sprays. So I have the 2 sizes already, and they're pretty much all custom, but like as in you can pick which scent you want. So I have these pre-made ones where you pretty much you just get the pre-made label, and you can pick any scent that I have listed, or you can kind of message me, and if I can easily get a scent, like I can get it locally, or it's a scent that I've already been wanting to get, I can probably order it. But normally, if you want something like not on the list, you want something super like custom, you have to get a custom bottle with a custom label. And the custom labels, I don't have any examples with me at the moment, but you just there's a picture of your persona instead of plushie that I draw, and you can get whatever scent you want. Any scent that I can get, but I can get a lot, so, and I can mix, so the potential is like, endless. You can do whatever. So those are my 2 options. These large bottles are $10 plus shipping, or at conventions are just $10. These small ones are $5. The custom ones, it's a one-time fee of $25. The $25 includes the art and a large bottle. So you're really only paying like $15 for the custom art, which is pretty cheap, I mean, it's not that big, but for custom art, you get the actual digital file, and then anytime in the future you want to order like a more, just say, hey, I bought that custom label. Here's my character. Just remind me of like kind of who you are, but I should already know. And then I'll just like always print your custom label. So it's just a one-time $25 fee, and then every other time it's just $10, and you can have your label. So those are the 2 different sprays I offer. And then the second thing, I made a list. I should probably go through. They're also a disinfectant. They have water, alcohol, and the fragrance oils in them, and they don't stain. I don't recommend keeping them around for like months and months and months and months. That's why I kind of keep them in smaller bottles, just because I did a lot of testing on different like brands of fragrance oils before I actually started selling them, and there's some that just like will turn brown, and I don't know why. I mean, it'll be fine for like 2 months, and then going on 3 months, the oil turns brown. And I even tested it and it didn't stain the suit, but I wouldn't trust, you know. So I just really don't think that they should be kept like for years plus, which is why I offer them in smaller bottles because they're meant to be used and then just get more when you need them. Like these little ones are like perfect for conventions, like one-time convention use. Because I end up using one of these whole bottles, like during a whole convention, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm not saying that like all the oils turn brown or anything like that. Like I actually won't use it if it turns brown. I just will like, that's why I try to test my oils for about a month. If I get new ones in, like from a new company, I don't know. But yeah, so that's the sprays. So the next thing I have is the Fursuit refreshers, which are super cool. So this is what they look like in a pack. They come with one big one that you can either hang up and put in a bodysuit or in a head, and then 4 small ones. I don't have any finished examples, but I do have the like pre-stuffed ones, so y'all just have to like bear with me on that. Let me see. Okay. So you get this one big bag and it's on a string. It's super long string. And then you get a hanger and you just put it and it will hang in your fursuit. And if this is too long, people can always like go like that, you know, or just kind of tie it up a little bit to make it shorter. But that is the big one. And let me see. Yeah, you get, oh, they're also custom scented. So any scent that I make in a spray, I can also make in a bag, like no problem. I have a list that I'm reading, which is why I keep like looking down because I'm really scatterbrained. It's also like 5:30 a.m. because my sleep is super weird. So yeah, that's that. They're really soft. They last about 4+ months. It really depends because some scents are a lot stronger than others. So some will last like 6 months and others start to kind of lose their like super strong smell at like 3 months. So it just kind of depends. So normally I say about 4 or 5 months as a good like average. And they also have baking soda in them. So what's really cool about that is that they actually help draw moisture and sweat out of your fursuit. So like if you hang them up in between wearing them at like conventions, I've noticed that they will help kind of get some of the moisture out. You know, and for long term, like if you're keeping them in a tub or keeping them in a closet, you know, just keep them in there and it makes them smell so good because it really does like just like the smell attaches itself to the fursuit. So if you use these plus the sprays, like you can, I mean, I have so many like testimonies at MFF, like hours after you're suiting, people will come up and smell you and be like, wow, you smell like blank. And if you like, it's because of these. Like the sprays do last like a while, but these really help keep the scent in your fursuit. That makes sense. So that's those. And then I have my fursuit bath bars, and they come in a little square like this, and you just rip them open. And so what these are, it's a dry, concentrated version of my Fursuit shampoo. So like I said, you just rip it open and then put it under water, and then whatever you're washing, put underwater to, you know, get it wet. And then this will start to lather up, and you use this to scrub whatever stain you're trying to get out, or a fursuit head, or they're really good for fursuit feet, especially like indoor feet that get dirty, or just white, or just, you know, even around the edges of outdoor feet. Like I have some outdoor white feet, but around the edges still get dirty. As soon as like the convention's over, or even like during conventions, every night, like these get it out. And like Folix is really great too. It's you can use it to get like stains out too. But if you really want to wash them, these are great. And they're great because they're dry. So you don't have to worry about like a big bottle spilling. And not that that's like a big deal, you know, like especially like I'll kind of talk more about like the pros and cons of both in a second. Yeah, let me. And you can reuse these like a few times. It depends on like how much you use per time, but once you're done using it, just like let it dry out again, like on a counter or something, and it'll dry up again, and then you can reuse it. So that's really cool. So okay, and then the last thing I have is my Fursuit shampoos. So let me just talk about the differences and like where I would use each before I just talk about this one. So I would use these for heads because when you're using a liquid like this, the liquid can seep into the foam. And I mean everyone's head's different, but mine, I normally have big toony heads that are like really thick with foam, and I find that like it's just really hard to get the soap completely out, you know, because it's really hard to wring the foam out, and there's always a little bit of like a soapy residue on the fur, on the foam, even if I like let it dry out and all that stuff if you use the liquid. But what I found with these is that you're scrubbing the actual fur itself and cleaning the fur. You know, you're not letting this liquid soap, you know, seep into the fursuit. So these I really, really recommend for heads. They make a world of difference, at least for me, and for like feet. So and claws, like fursuit claws, like they're so good for like spot cleaning, but like intense spot cleaning, if that makes sense. And so, yeah, I recommend these for hand washing. I don't really recommend putting these into a laundry machine. I mean, you can, but then it's like a one-time use. And I really, these are way more for concentrated stains and feet and like necks, dirty areas like that. And then these are really good to have at home. You know, like I recommend taking these to a convention and then leaving this at home once you're after the convention, you know, to wash your bodysuit, wash your tail, wash your paws, something that you're gonna already throw into the washing machine. You know, just use some of this stuff. And I don't really have an exact measurement for how much you should use. It depends on like how much you're washing, how, you know, big your washing machine is. I don't think you can use too much, if that makes sense. I don't really, I mean, you know, it just, like, for example, I recently washed my bodysuit and her tail, and her feet are attached. So it was big. It was pretty much a whole load. I pretty much did like 3 squeezes around, and it maybe used up like 20% of the bottle. And these are 8-ounce, oh, excuse me, I have hiccups. These are 8-ounce bottles. So, oh yeah, I would say like 20% per like load. It's kind of like at your digression. I don't really have exact measurements just because everyone's kind of different, but I don't think you can overuse it, you know. So there's that. Yeah. So yeah, these are really good for washing your bodysuit and stuff. I also want to mention that both of these are the same scent. They're pretty much just like a clean laundry scent. They're not custom scented, just because it would make my life a lot harder because I kind of make these both in bulk. That way I can just ship them out or for conventions or whatever. Also because I really think you should use these just to clean your fursuit. And then if you want to go ahead and be fun and have like a fun scent, use the spray and these to scent them. But I really think just for washing purposes, getting stains out, that these two are a way to go. And I just don't scent them just because I like the clean smell. They might have like a little bit of cherry blossom, you know. Sometimes I'll throw a little bit of cherry blossom in there, but most of the time they're just generic laundry detergent-y smelling scents. Yeah. So this is really cool. I mean, I use this a lot, and I really use this a lot. I have a lot of videos, you know, if you look back. Yeah, I think that's all I wanted to talk about, honestly, in this video. I'm really excited to make more videos because I've always kind of liked making videos. I've just never really been, like, consistent with it. But tomorrow, the next thing I'm uploading is an unboxing video of, I think I got, like, 25 to 30 new scents in. So I'm going to do an unboxing. I'm going to do a first impression. I got a lot of really cool ones. Like, I got, like, bacon and, like, alien princess and, like, Dr. Pepper and buttered popcorn and marshmallow. And I think I got, like, chocolate cake and, like, I don't know. I got a lot of really cool ones. So I'm excited about that. But, yeah, so these are all my products, and I mean, I use them all myself, and, you know, I really wouldn't put something out there that I didn't believe in. Of course, if you ever have any issues with anything or any questions, feel free to ask me. The best way to get in contact with me is tweeting at me. It's at Plushydog. That is the absolute best way to get in contact with me. You can also do it through my Etsy, but sometimes I won't check. I mean, I check it all the time, but like Twitter's just like the fastest way to make sure I see it, because I get a lot of questions on my Etsy from like random customers, mostly like parents who want to buy my fursuit. It's kind of weird, but yeah. Maybe I'll have like a video if you guys want of just like crazy Etsy customers I've dealt with. And it's like not even any of them are furries or any of them that like actually bought from me. It's just like the random like customers I'll get that like want to buy my fursuit for their kid and like yell at me, and it's like this whole thing. So if you want to see that, like I could totally make a video on that because that's pretty funny. I've talked about it a lot on like Twitter. But yeah, so I hope you guys liked this. This is fun for me. So if you guys again have any questions, I guess that's it. Subscribe, follow me on Twitter, buy my stuff. Bye.